They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's on his way. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that wasn't a shootout like that, for real.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Love now to pass on 1st down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Reed. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Flushed out right. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Love, he's going to change the play here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the match matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Hey, look at this Packers defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Doug going to look to throw this. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Oh, design run for their wideout.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, these two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught from Packers touchdown. Christian Watson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Throwing, Duggan. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Duggan to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 45 yards. And the Vikings have retaken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Here we go.
3rd and 5. Love looking to throw it. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. On 1st and 10, Love. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
A 2nd down throw for Love. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reed. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. But also a drive that spans all that time, and then you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Jefferson moving in motion left. Duggan now to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Duggan. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 2 yards to go, second down. Throwing, Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Love from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
To throw is Duggan. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Duggan looking to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Duggan. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll get 34 yards there.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Love. And that is incomplete here.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On third down, Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Dugan. And he whips that one incomplete there. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Back to throw again. Going for it all. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw on 2nd and 10. Duggan. And he'll be out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll go with a keeper, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. Carlson on for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partners are putting the defensive back. I'm not making a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. First down, Love to pass. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his round, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Okay, right.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Love. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And room there to work it inside the 25. 70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Here's Duggan to throw. He'll buy some time right. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. A throw left side to start out, that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. To throw now, here's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now a 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Love now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And quickly, they get to the line. Going back to Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. That is caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds, down at the 5-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Again, it's Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Throwing. Love. And that's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Here we go. This is fourth down. Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts. There he goes, left side. He's on his way. 172 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From the 5, third and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The kick by Watts is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure now this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here's second and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Ready. First down, Green Bay.
Hey, go steal. Ready.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some same yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They get 6. That'll leave them with third and 4. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camp, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense